Okay, welcome members. Let us see now how do we handle this one when they are giving us some non-stop speeds. Let us go through the question, but please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So it says, Lorry sets out at 7 a.m. from station A to B, 300 kilometers away. Traveled at a certain speed of 50 kilometers per hour in 2 hours. The lorry then stopped at 1 hour, so for 1 hour, and then proceeded at a steady speed for 4 hours to B. A bus left B at 8 a.m. for A. Now for a bus it was from B to A. For a lorry it was from A to B. For non-stop for 4 hours and start for 4.5 hours using 2 centimeters for 40 kilometers on the vertical axis and 2 centimeters 1 kilometer on the horizontal axis. Draw a graph to show the two journeys. Now, we said we start with the lorry. The lorry is, first of all, for the first 2 hours, is having 50 kilometers per hour as its speed. It means that it started at 7 a.m. So at 7 a.m., it had covered zero distance. Meaning, when you add 1 hour from here, you get 8 a.m. But after 1 hour, it had covered 50. They told us that use the 2 hours for the first 2 hours here. So the 2 hours, now when you add another hour here, you get 9. Then when you add 50, for every 1 hour it's covered in 50. So when I add here 50, I get 100. So from here, I know that's that. Now these are the first 2 hours up to here. It had covered 100 kilometers. Then it stopped for 1 hour. So it's that when you add an hour here, from 9 to 10, it's not covered in any distance. Why? Because it's just resting. Then they are telling us that it proceeded at a steady speed for 4 hours. Now, we need to know this new speed. How we get to the new speed? You know, it stopped when it had covered already. I mean, only 100. Meaning, the bars, the remaining distance would be now 360, then minus 100, which would be 260. So this is the 260. Meaning, they told us that it covered it in 4 hours. Now, we need to know what speed was it using. So the speed it was using, you get the remaining distance, 260, divided by the time it took for it to cover, which was 4 hours. It's here, 4 hours. That is going to be using, to mean that you increase the speed by 15 to get 65. So when you divide this by the remaining distance, it means that it was using 65 kilometers per hour. So now that's why from here I changed it. Now that for every 1 hour, it's covered in 65. That's why after 1 hour from 10 to 11, you add here 65. From here to here, 1 hour, you add here 65. From here, 1 hour, you add here 65. From here, 1 hour, you add here 65. It means it reached at 14 or 2 p.m. After 14 hours or 2 p.m. Then the bus, for the bus, the orders had covered non-stop. It started at 8:30. At 8:30, it covered, and it took 4.5 hours to reach A. So when they get now 4.5 means 4 and 30 minutes. So for it to start at 8:30, so if we add this to this, we get this. We get this 30, and then here we get 12. So it means for it to reach town A at 12:30. So now we come at the protein. Now it means if I start with the lorry is at here, the notice at 7, it was 0. Then at 8, it had covered 50. So 50, this is going between here, it's going to be 60. So 50 is somewhere here. So for your graphs are going to be very okay. Mine, I'm going to, so that's where my 50 is. Then at 9, it was at 100. At 9, it was at 100. So 100 is here. It is going to be here. At 9, it was at 100, which is here. My 100, at 9, it was at 100, which is here. Then I told him that it rested from 9 to 10, it was resting. From 9 to 10, it was resting. So the distance never changed at all. Then instead it reached 14. So that's when it covered the distance. So they are not waste time. You come at 14, it means that the time this side, if it's this 14 this side, even the other side is going to be 14 in the same region. So meaning when I transfer this 14 to this side up, this is where it's going to be. So this is where it's going to be. So also here, it's going to be 14, even here it's going to be 14. So if I'm to plot now that graph, you get here, then I join these two. Then from 9 to 10, it was resting, so it was not covering any distance. That's why you see here it's not covering any distance, it's just resting there, as you see. Then from here it covered 4 hours, but you see that it reached the other side at 14 hours. So that's why from here it's 14 corresponding to this. Now I just join this point to that 14 there. So you get your ruler and you join it like that. So from here, then my 14 there. Then I join these two things. So this is going to be our lorry. You name and you show that this is your lorry. Then they are not telling us that the bus started at 8. At 8. So at 8, we now, this time is going to be corresponding to the time at station B. That's why I put my ruler here at that same time. So this is going to be my time. So this is going to be 8 also at station B. So 8 at station B is here. So this is 8 at station B here. It's 8 a.m. So mean bus for 4.5 hours. When you add it, and the time started at 8, when you add the 4.5 hours, you get 12:30. Meaning, when it reaches at 12:30, it's going to be here, 12:30. So this is our 12:30. 12:30. So then we join from here to 12:30. There we don't even waste any time. To 12:30 there. So this is what I'm arguing. So you join at 12:30. This is going to be our bus. So that's our bus. And see that the point of intersection, for the bus and the lorry, mine is going to be there. So it's there. Then I come and I read off now the time. Now the time when they are meeting, you see the time for them to meet is going to be here. You see it's going to be here. So you see it's past the half, this is the half. So meaning my time, if I'm answer part at the time when the two met, time when they met, time they met, mine is going to be here at C10, 42. That's the time when they met. Then, because from here I start every 2 kilometers was covering 6. So here I start every one small square, 10 small squares, we are covering 60 minutes, meaning one small square is covering 6 minutes. So what about here I start 9, I'm having 2 small squares, will be equal to 12 minutes. So from here it's above 14, 30, or the other alternative would be from 10, 30, then plus these 2 small squares, which would be 2, which gave you still 42 minutes. That's the other way. Then they want me to get the distance from B where they met, distance from B, now from B. So this is where they met. For me, this is where they met. So you are free to join it there. So this is where they met here. So now they want this distance from B. So from B, remember we are using 40, 40. So this is 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. Then here you start. For here, we say that now this was a scale for the horizontal. Then what about for the vertical? For the vertical, every 10 small squares we are representing 40 kilometers, meaning that one small square is representing 4 kilometers. So you see that if this is 200 from here, from B, they said from B. So this is 40, 80, 120, 120, this is 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, then plus these 4 small squares. So that those 4 small squares. So the distance is going to be, my distance is going to be the 200, then plus 4 small squares, then small squares, then times each small square representing 4, which is going to be 200, then plus 16, and 6 will be 216 kilometers from B. The big here from B. The average speed of the bus, arriving at part C here, the average speed, our speed is equal to distance over time. So the distance we covered from here up to here, it was 360, then the time it used it was 4.5, and see here we shall get 80 kilometers per hour. And so that's how we handle that number. Members, the idea here of small squares, be careful with it. So these were 60 minutes squares. Then here we say for every 2 centimeters we are using 40 kilometers. So that's why for 10, every centimeter has 5, meaning that 2 centimeters will be having 10 small squares. That's why 10 squares are having 4 kilometers, meaning that everyone is having 4 kilometers. So that's how we handle that number. Members, I wish you the best. For any question, you can drop it in the comment section. Till we meet.